Alrighty guys, so we're at our next booth, Wiegand Waterrides, and we have Frank here, and Frank, there is a crazy looking model right there, and you guys have done something really revolutionary when it comes to water slides and roller coasters. Can you tell me about that?
Thank you. Yeah, so we say this is what comes out when a roller coaster and a water slide are having a baby.
Yep.
So it's the first time a roller coaster and a water slide really got connected. We have in the middle of the two slide tracks a roller coaster track where we use LSM launch technique on it. And we have a patent on the mechanism to cantilever from this roller coaster track into the troughs of the water slide.
Okay, very neat. Now, I've seen it where it almost like pushes it. So it kind of sits behind the riders and whatnot. And I'm going to be completely honest, I was a little nervous when I first saw that design. I'm thinking, something's going to be behind me pushing. What happens if something happens to that raft? But you guys have thought of that, correct?
Yes, correct. So the rafts are guided by the pushing mechanism. So it's like a fork is going in between of the raft, and it guides you up to the launch track. There is only one direction of freedom, and it's a direction of travel. So the raft can only move forwards on the launch track, but it cannot lift up.
Okay. And then I think I remember you saying something about how it almost fits like a glove in a sense, where it wraps around the tube itself.
Yes.
So there's no variation or any chance where something might get caught or something in between the raft itself and the slide as well. So It kind of just wraps around. That's fantastic to hear because, again, the technology is really incredible with what roller coasters can do. I bet you can get a water slide up to really quick speeds with this, correct?
Yes, so we want to get up to 50 kilometers per hour with an acceleration up to 0.8 G, what comes pretty close to roller coasters.
Yeah.
So our destination is really strong acceleration, what you just know from roller coasters, and that you get out of the water slide and say like, wow, we wouldn't have expected that much of acceleration from a water slide. And so this model we presented first time at IAAPA Shanghai half a year ago. And it shows the first ideas of connection of the catch car, of the vehicles, the rafts and everything. But we did a lot of work in the past 6 months and kept on developing all the stuff, items at the station for operation, safety issues, sensor techniques, the connection, like you mentioned, from the pusher to the raft. It will be like a shoe wrapping around the raft, that you cannot get long hair into the mechanical parts or something like that. You will be pushed by soft bodies, not by a strong piece of metal beam. So there's a lot of engineering in there. We're still continuing with engineering for that, but we are pretty sure to have very close everything set in stone that we can go in construction.
And I think that's fantastic. In fact, you talk about hard work and what it's taken over the last couple of years to get to that point. Obviously, you came out with the first raw design. Now you're making improvements and whatnot. And I know that there's going to be even further improvements on this. But it's been all this work, and it's paid off because you guys won an award this year, correct? So what is this beautiful little thing right here?
Brass ring. That's a brass ring, first place for the best new ride concept. We're very excited about that. So this might help us to sell the first product.
Yeah, and I know as a designer and inventor, that's got to mean a lot to you.
Yeah.
What does it feel like?
It does, especially personally, because my background is I like roller coasters and water slides since my childhood, and means a lot to me because it also means that the industry has trust in the project. Absolutely. And that they see this become a real ride one day.
I think it's more or less not just it'll be a real ride. It's going to be a game changer. I think once you start getting these in parks and people start physically getting on them, you guys are going to be on the phone all the time, I think. Obviously, this kind of thing is not going to be at your local mom and pop's water park.
Right.
Something like this we'd expect at some of the larger parks and whatnot. And it looks like a crazy ambitious design, and I cannot wait to see it. Is there anything else you can really tell me about this design or anything else you want to tell me about your IAAPA experience for 2019?
Yeah, definitely. So for the design, the launch track is here just shown as an example. The layouts can be changed to the customer's needs. So this is here just basic, but we want to make like a dual ride, like a battle, and really improve also on the layout for the slide coaster. We can raise up capacity. Here we only show 2 slides, but we can extend to 4, that the cantilever arms enlarges, and we can accelerate 4 slides at the same time. And that just means it doesn't double the whole price. It just doubles the price of the vehicle a little and the slides, because the roller coaster track is already existing.
Yeah. That's really kind of neat. Now, as far as efficiency and whatnot, obviously pumps cost a lot of money to keep running and whatnot. Could we see some cost-effective savings by using linear synchronous motors, or is it roughly the same price or so?
Comparing to other.
Like a pump, like water pumps and whatnot. You know how you flow all the water. It's a lot of power, a lot of electricity. With these magnets that use LSM, it's going to require a lot of power as well. But would you say they're about the same? Or
They're about comparing to roller coaster a little less because the launch is not that long and we don't need that much power. The weight of the catch car is much more light, but it's consuming more power than a regular water slide. Right, but we don't see it just as a water slide in an amusement park. It's like two worlds are coming together. So it's a unique ride, it's a unique experience you never had before in a water ride. And of course this means a little higher cost, so not just a little, but a higher cost than a regular water slide.
Yeah, and now I think for the parks that have a water park and a theme park, you put this bad boy right in between those, you can literally appeal to both markets. So the people that are coming there for the day for the water park might be able to try out a roller coaster experience or vice versa. It's very neat. Right. Frank, I'm really excited to see what you guys have for the future. Thank you for speaking with us.
Thank you for having you here.
Thank you.